What a bad human being. Ugh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah. I've had type 1 diabetes for over 20 years and this channel is just about my life with diabetes. So I have my notes here because I want to make a video about dating with type 1 diabetes, because that is something that used to freak me out to no end. As I would be like, if someone finds out I have diabetes, they're not gonna wanna be with me. I don't know, like they're gonna feel like a burden. I had all these, I mean, honestly, I think I will forever probably have a little bit of just like these thoughts that go through my head with like telling someone I have diabetes and just like, ugh, all the craziness that comes with it. So I thought I'd make a video on things that have worked for me so far, my experience so far. I will say at the time of this video, I am single. I'm on a couple of the dating apps, which are kind of like garbage, but you know, it's fun to like meet people and go on dates and just see what is out there. I don't know. Dating is so weird, especially in this century? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let me go through some of my talking points. So first of all, as I kind of already said, letting someone know you have diabetes is personally, for me, anxiety inducing, because I'm like, I have these thoughts that go through my head that's like, what if they don't want to date me because I have diabetes? What if this? What if that? And obviously there's like thoughts that go against that too, where it's like, well, if they say they don't want to date you because you have diabetes, then they're not the person for you. But you know, it can just be like really anxiety like causing and freak you out. It freaks me out if you can't tell, but I've really tried to, more recently when I've been going on dates, is like be upfront about it, not like sit down and blurt out like, oh my God, I have diabetes, just so you know, but like I let them know early on. I had a couple times where I like waited until the very last minute to like tell someone that I had diabetes, and it was never worth waiting that long, because it's like, why are you keeping the secret? Like what? It's just like, it's not worth it. Tell someone right away is like one lesson I've learned. Tell them up front, because one, if they don't want to be with you for whatever reason, because you have diabetes, bye. Like you don't want to be with them. That's disgusting and absurd and like just what a bad human being. Ugh. So one, yeah, telling someone period can just be like super nerve-wracking. Like honestly, I feel like I could talk about that part forever. I don't know. I don't have a personal theory of like at what point do I tell someone I have diabetes. Either I like wear my Dexcom on my arm, like I have it on my arm now, but like my sleeve is covering it. So if you were at dinner with me right now, you wouldn't be able to tell, but you might just be like, oh, like I've worn a dress before where it's visible, or I've had it on my leg and I've been wearing shorts. And it's just like, oh yeah, I have, you know, diabetes, blah, blah, blah. Wait for reaction. Usually they're just like, oh, okay, cool. Like I haven't had anyone ask me a lot of questions about it yet, but I also haven't like been in a like serious relationship where I've had to be like, oh, diabetes, this is it, this is everything, blah, blah, blah. But I am like mentally prepared for that. So I usually, if it's visible, I'll be like, oh yeah, this thing on my arm, it's my Dexcom. You know, like I have diabetes. And that's usually it. They're usually like, okay, cool, like moving on to a different topic. Another thing I do is, well, I don't do, but I know I said earlier that I'm on the dating apps. Ugh. Yay for dating apps. But in some of my pictures, I make sure at least on my profile, I make sure at least one picture has my Dexcom in it, so that one, it can be a conversation starter. Two, it kind of like just puts it out there that like, yeah, I have devices on me. That's my life. But yeah, I guess overall what I'm trying to say is just like be upfront. Don't be shy. Tell them you have diabetes. I've never been in a situation where I've gone like low on a date and been like, oh my God, like I need to like do something with this right now. I usually try to go into dates with my blood sugar like a little high, just so that I'm not like worried about going low or having that like take the attention away from my date. But I usually try and go in a little high, and you know, if I am going on a date where I'm eating food, I'll take insulin like maybe when I get there, just like a little bit, so that I am not like pulling out my pump and being like, oh, hold on a second. Like, I just try and preemptively do everything so that it's kind of taken care of. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to really think about it. And then, you know, if my blood sugar is a little high, I'm talking really fast. My blood sugar is a little high after, I can just take insulin like on the way home and kind of deal with it then. But I try and take a little bit of insulin and not to make like a big deal out of it on the actual date. Now I have, wow, while I'm saying this, it's making me remember that I've had a time where someone asked me like, can I get diabetes from kissing you? And I was like, are you kidding me? No? Do you have a brain? That's kind of mean. But, you know, people will ask you dumb stuff and make dumb comments. But again, those are people you don't want to be with. You want to be with someone who's completely understanding, maybe doesn't know everything right away, but even if they do research after, it's like, that's really endearing and really sweet. So, you know, I don't know. Dating is so weird, especially this day. I know I've already said that, but like really, it's strange and hard and tricky AF. Not for the weak or for the strong. Anyway, this was not a very long video, but I really just wanted to share my experience with dating so far. I haven't had any like negative reactions that have been like, yeah, I'm not dating you because you have diabetes. But usually people are like inquisitive and want to know more about it, and like, or they have a story. Everyone is always like, oh, my grandma has like diabetes, you know, whatever. Fill in the blank with that. But just all I really want to say is stick up for yourself and your diabetes when you're dating someone. Don't let anyone talk down to you with your diabetes when you're going on a date or say anything negative to you, because if they do, as I said, you can see yourself out the door. You don't want to be with that person. Not worth it. It's kind of sad that it's like there are people like that out there that'll be like, oh, did you eat too much candy? And it's like, bye. Bye. Goodbye. We don't want to be with you. But, you know, such is life. There are just crazy people in the world. Anyway, that's been my experience so far with dating, or my advice. I guess it's not really experience, but try and be upfront, be honest. If they don't like it, goodbye. Teach them about it. Just be there for the person who hopefully wants to learn about diabetes and isn't trying to be like, ugh. And yeah, that's kind of it. And if you're nervous about dating with diabetes, you're not the only one. It is a nerve-wracking thing. So anyway, let me know in the comments below if you have any interesting dating with type 1 diabetes stories. I love to hear them just because it makes me feel a little better when I know I'm going on a date and it's like, ugh, nerve-wracking. But, because dates are nerve-wracking anyway. I'm really rambling now. I'm just like talking, not even in like a fluid way, but I'm just blabbing, I feel. Anyway, this video was chaotic, as is every video that I do, but thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!